Could the Las Vegas Raiders be ready to shock the football world this Sunday? With hearts pounding and fans brimming with anticipation, all eyes are on the Raiders as they prepare to face off against one of the NFL's most dynamic quarterbacks, Cincinnati's Joe Burrow. The stage is set, and the stakes are high. The Raiders' season might hinge on their ability to stop Burrow and his powerful offensive machine. With a history that includes narrow losses to elite quarterbacks, this Sunday's game could be a defining moment for the team and their passionate fans. But do the Raiders have what it takes to halt Burrow's charge? And if they do, could this be the turning point Raider Nation has been hoping for? Join us as we break down every detail, analyze the odds, and relive the tense history between these two teams. Stay with us, and don't forget to subscribe and comment with your predictions. This showdown is one you won't want to miss. Can the Raiders' defense finally crack the code and silence Cincinnati's Joe Burrow? I'm here to take you deep into the heart of this week's electrifying NFL matchup, where the Las Vegas Raiders square off against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Raiders have encountered their share of powerhouse quarterbacks this season, Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, to name a few, but now it's Burrow's turn to put the silver and black to the test. Raider Nation knows that Burrow is a force to be reckoned with, and with the Raiders season in the balance, their defense must rise to this challenge like never before. To add to the drama, fans remember the Raiders' last playoff clash with Burrow and the Bengals in 2021-22. Despite putting up a solid fight, the Raiders were ultimately overpowered, with Burrow leading his team to the Super Bowl that season. This Sunday, however, brings a new chapter and a fresh opportunity for redemption. Raider Nation wants more than just a good game. They want victory, and they want it to be decisive. As we dive into what's at stake, we'll revisit key moments from this season, look at the matchups that matter, and explore whether the Raiders are ready to turn the tide. Facing Joe Burrow isn't just another game for the Raiders. It's an encounter with one of the AFC's rising stars. With nearly 2,000 passing yards this season, Burrow ranks among the NFL's elite, bringing a level of firepower that few defenses can withstand. As Raider Nation waits with bated breath, the big question is, can the Raiders stop him? Burrow's ability to break down defenses has already left opponents scrambling, and if the Raiders are to have any chance, their defense needs to be at its absolute best. The Raiders have already weathered a tough schedule, facing off against quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. Both matchups ended in hard-fought battles, but the Raiders were left wanting. Jackson picked apart the Raiders' secondary, and Mahomes showcased his characteristic poise, securing a Kansas City victory. Each game, however, has been a lesson, and now, the Raiders must put that hard-earned knowledge to the test as they prepare for Burrow. This week's game is more than a regular season challenge. It's a test of the Raiders' resilience. Their defensive line will need to stand firm against Burrow's precision passing and ability to evade pressure. The Raiders' top 10 pass defense, allowing fewer than 190 yards per game, might be their strongest weapon in Sunday's showdown. Can they stop Burrow in his tracks, or will history repeat itself? The last time Burrow and the Raiders clashed was during the 2021-22 playoffs, a game that Raider fans remember all too well. Burrow's Bengals, riding high on an impressive season, managed to break down the Raiders' defense and dash their playoff hopes. Despite a solid defensive effort that season, the Raiders found themselves outmaneuvered, with Burrow leading his team toward a Super Bowl appearance and cementing himself as a top AFC talent. What made that loss sting was how close the Raiders came. Their defense limited Burrow to just 148 passing yards in the regular season, showcasing their potential. However, in the postseason, Burrow's offense found ways to adapt, showcasing his skill in high-pressure situations. Now, as we approach their next meeting, the question on everyone's mind is, will the Raiders finally find a way to contain Burrow? This matchup is about redemption as much as it is about rivalry. The Raiders want to prove they can beat the best, and the fans want to see their team reclaim its dominance. With history against them, the Raiders will need more than just grit. They'll need flawless execution. For Raiders fans, this isn't just another game. It's an opportunity to witness their team rise against a formidable opponent. Raider Nation has stood by its team through every high and low, And this Sunday, the fans will be watching closely. They know what's at stake, and they're ready to bring the energy, hoping it will push the team to new heights. The intensity in Allegiant Stadium will be palpable, and it could be the advantage the Raiders need. With a fiercely loyal fan base, the Raiders have one of the most intimidating home field advantages in the NFL. The energy that Raider Nation brings is unmatched, and their support could tip the scales in Sunday's contest. But fans know they're up against a Bengals team that's shown resilience on the road. Burrow has proven he can handle the pressure, even in hostile environments. This game is set to be a clash of not only teams, but also of passionate fan bases. Raider Nation will do its part to create an unforgettable atmosphere. Can the Raiders harness that energy to secure a win? As Raider Nation braces for an unforgettable showdown, the stakes couldn't be higher. This is more than just another game. It's a defining moment for the team, a chance to rewrite history, and a potential turning point in the Raiders season. With Joe Burrow on the opposing side and the shadow of past defeats looming, the Raiders have one mission: victory. To all our Raider fans watching, the challenge is here. This is the game we've all been waiting for, the one that could shift the season in the Raiders' favor. Do you believe the defense can hold Burrow under 200 yards? We want to hear from you. Drop a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the action. Stay tuned, Raider Nation, because this is just the beginning. Every game counts, and we'll be here to bring you every thrilling moment, every key play, and all the latest Raiders news.